You guys.
Is that going to be our opening song this time?
Welcome back, everybody. Volume 10. We have a very special guest this week. Um, we get back to having the PG guest after Ronnie ruined it last week. Invited
Right.
somebody from Connecticut. So we wanted to show the respect that she deserves. And spit some Missy for Miss Nat uh, Beamer. She was a Pilati graduate, I believe, most voted most likely to succeed 2004.
Just like Chase Young.
Um, exactly. Welcome to the podcast, Nat. Thanks for joining us. Well, we got a great.
Wasn't the first girl on here.
That was Ryan's choice. I'm sorry.
You might want to get closer to your mic, Nat.
You might have to. Yeah, you might have to speak up.
Got it.
There you go. Well, we got a great topic. At least I thought it was a great topic. I love this week. It was also my choice of guest too. So I better be enthusiastic about this week. So this week we're doing top 5 fast casual restaurants. Such a clutch category in my opinion, especially nowadays since we're all looking to get something quick and easy, right, and good. So I took some time on this one to kind of go through and really investigate it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys got and really letting you know when you're wrong, because I'm sure Ronnie will be wrong most of the time. I'm sure. But everyone, I guess, took this differently as what fast casual meant, or everyone except for Ronnie. So we always start out with the guest, though, Nat, and we always go from your number 5 up to your number 1. So you start off with number 5. Welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so my number 5 is Jersey Mike. Just because I think the area is the best sub place out of all the sub chains. We don't really have, I don't think, in Maryland any great deli, places that have authentic subs like New York. And I don't know, Mike's Way, I don't know, I think it's legit. And you got it, when you do it, you got to order it Mike's Way with, the vinegar, the oil, and all the spices. I don't know, that's my sub spot. Otherwise, I don't really eat subs in it.
All right, Jersey Mike starts it off the list. Ryan, any thoughts?
I've had Jersey Mike's one time, and it was fucking terrible. I went up to the one that used to be at Beltway Plaza. I was waiting in there for like 40 minutes, and they're like, "Okay, here's your sub. It's ready." And I went up, and they just gave me the sub without me paying for it. So I walked out, and I ate the sub, and it was so terrible. I wanted to go back and complain, but I didn't pay for it anyway. But I was this close to doing it, even though they gave me a free sub.
Were you waiting 40 minutes because there was such a long line?
No one was in there. It's Beltway Plaza. Just shit was going down.
Ronnie, Jersey Mike's.
I think this is the only time on this list that anyone's ever praised anything with the word Jersey in it. And I'm gonna have to poop on this one, Nat. Jersey Mike's stinks. I've been there several times, unfortunately, just because I was starving, and it's disappointed me every time. I don't like vinegar and oil on my sandwiches because it gets messy. And it's not bad, but there's a lot better options out there. And yeah, I'm not a Jersey Mike's fan. Sorry.
Okay.
Funny enough, is in Severna Park we have the or I guess there's 4 in shopping centers across from each other. There's a Jersey Mike's, there's a Firehouse Subs, there's a Jimmy John's, and a Subway, all within like about a quarter mile of each other on the major road. I remember Quiznos too, like Quiznos with some sauce. I mean, Subway, it's Subway. But I really got into Firehouse and Jersey Mike's just because location wise, and I would say the Firehouse is definitely better. So I'm gonna have to disagree on my sub list with this one. I can understand why you put it on there, but just the fact that it has Jersey in it, definitely not making the list.
Almost.
Ryan, what do you got for your number
There
5?
it is.
So for my number 5, I'm going with Chipotle. I mean, who doesn't like a giant fucking burrito? I mean, I could probably eat Chipotle every day of my life. This was actually going to be number 1 on my list, but I had to drop it down a few spots for 2 reasons. One is I got food poisoning from there once. It was terrible.
It was bad.
And the second is that I had to witness Natalina Fadali eating a giant fucking burrito after a Maryland game one day. And it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. You can see the picture of it here. I mean, first off, boss, we walked in there and they asked her what kind of beans she wanted. And she just slurs, bean it up. I mean, it was just half an hour of Nat smushing a burrito into her face. So every time I, have to get Chipotle, I just have to think of Nat eating that burrito. So that's why it's not higher on my list.
Ronnie, thoughts on Chipotle?
Yeah.
You're recounting that story almost as if it happened to you. But I don't know, Chipotle, it was good in college because it was easy, it was fast. I still eat it like every other week, but the issue with Chipotle is I feel like there's always that one piece of like bad steak or chicken with the fat on it, and I always get it in like the second bite and it ruins the entire meal for me. I cannot continue to eat it, and they don't trim the fat on it, and it makes me gag and I can't finish the rest of the meal.
Ronnie, thoughts?
Yeah, Chipotle sucks. I too got food poisoning from Chipotle in 2015 in November. It was the second time I've gotten the norovirus. I'm never going back again. They're unsanitary. I mean, they used to be really good. Like Nat said, like back when we were in college, like the early 2000s, like that was the place. But the quality has definitely dipped. They always get pissed at you when you order guac, like, oh, it's extra. Like, you just ordered like, a Tesla with like 5 different batteries. Like, yeah, I know, bro. Like, I know it's extra. And I hate when that one person's in front of you and doesn't know what they want because they just hold a line up and now you got the line halfway around the block. And I'm like, this isn't even that good. So Chipotle's terrible. Terrible pick. Ryan, you stink. So is Chipotle.
I won't go too far into depth because Chipotle is on my list and it is fantastic. But I will say we do not food shame, sir. You understand? I commend you, Nat, for getting your food on. You should be eating if you're drinking that much, because everyone's going to be joning on you when you're too wasted later and you hadn't eaten. So good for you, and you're peeing on the side of a Wawa. All right, that could have been you. That could have been the roles could have been reversed. Good for you for eating the burrito. We don't food shame. Ronnie, we're on to you for number 5, sir.
All right. My number 5 is pizza related. It's And Pizza. It's a pizza chain, and you go in there and they have the dough ready. You tell them what you want. They put it through the salamander. In 2 minutes, you just got this nice, hot, fresh pizza. Great late at nights after the bar. Tons of different toppings. They have dessert pizzas. I remember the first time I went, it was like, whoa, who didn't think of this before? Like, it's sort of like a assembly line pizza place, and they've done really well. I know, at least in DC, and I used to go there all the time. The ingredients are really nice, so really like And Pizza.
This is a terrible pick. I've never heard of this place. Those pizzas look terrible. They're not in the shape of a pizza. They're not square. Those are stupid French bread pizzas. You might as well get the Stouffer's and put it in the oven and not preheat it, right, Ryan? I mean, who preheats ovens? Seriously. But that thing didn't look better than anything I haven't had out of a freezer. Nat, any thoughts on what was it called? Slam?
And Pizza.
Annie's?
And it's the street that it's on, and then And Pizza. So on H Street, it's H and Pizza. On U Street, it's U and Pizza.
I've never heard of it. It looks like one of those flatbread pizzas, and I don't like those. So
Nah.
but the ingredients look nice from the.
Yeah. This sounds like some really hipster shit that DC Ronnie would be into, where you pay fucking $18 for a pizza that you need 3 of to fill you up. Terrible pick. It's one of the worst.
I'll take you guys one day, and then you'll apologize to hipster Ronnie.
I'm never going back to H Street.
All right. Well, yeah. You're probably not catching me down there either anytime soon. But I'll move on to my number 5. Hopefully Ronnie rebounds quickly from that one. Now, the reason this one is number 5 for me is because technically it doesn't have a name, or it's not like there aren't a ton. There are some chains, but basically I'm talking about any Peruvian chicken place. All right, any local Peruvian chicken place. You know, they literally have taken Boston Market and just shoved them out of the market. It's a much better version of Boston Market, I think. The flavors are better, the sides are better. You can get somewhat some of the stuff is like classic to, like, if you're just an old American looking for like good French fries, but they got some sides like yuca and plantain and stuff that you can kind of switch it up in. The sauces are banging. And I've never been to one and been like, oh man, that was terrible. But I don't have like a chain near me, but I just wanted to put them on the list and call them out just because they've kind of, I think, are a good option all the time. So, any thoughts, Nat?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I wish I thought of that. When I lived in Severn, there was Lima's, and the plantains, or the lomo saltado, which is like the steak and the roasted tomatoes. That stuff's the jam. 100% agree.
I mean, this kind of seems like a DJ Zito pick, where you're just like, any Peruvian place that's on the side corner of a street. Just like some random, just find a place and say it. Like, you would have been right either way. I mean, I agree. I think it's good. So I think you're right. Yuca and plantains are delicious. The green and white sauce are delicious.
Sorry, fire alarm.
Oh no.
My wife wants to get that shit like 3 times a week, and I get old of it. But I mean, you probably have them all the time. And is that Miami behind you, Danny? Are you in Miami right now?
Yeah, dude. I eat them out. I eat them quite a bit. You know. Yep, Peruvian style.
Peruvian
beach.
I was fooled. I thought you were somewhere like in your backyard, but then I saw the tropical trees. So
right near the beach.
Miami. Love me Peruvian chicken. It is the best form of chicken. The green sauce is the greatest thing in the world. You can put green sauce on anything, and it'll make it taste great. The only knock on this is that, Danny, this is your category, top 5 fast casual places. You can't even name a restaurant. You name Sardi's, you name Super Pollo. I mean, those are chain restaurants that serve the Peruvians. So,
but all of them
are great
good,
too.
All of them.
No, they're all good. I like the independent ones better, anyways. But Super Pollo is really good. That's mainly in Virginia, but they have one in DC. I don't know if you ever heard of the place, but I used to live there.
Yeah, Sardi's is but Sardi's is really good, and I mean I've had Lima's too. They're really good, and the Sardi's in Albany is actually legit. Like, has other things. That place is legit.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on to number 4 for Nat.
I feel like I couldn't be on this without mentioning Three Brothers. I especially going on Kenilworth. I guess it's Bladensburg with the deli market. I worked at the one in Bowie forever. It's just, I haven't had, honestly, a long time. But
Uh-oh.
And I'm Italian, so I feel like I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Three Brothers is definitely good. The only thing, there's so much fucking grease on that pizza that I actually have to take a napkin and put it on to take some of that grease off because it's fucking too much. But I fuck with I like Three Brothers as is. The pizza's really good. I don't really get anything else from there, but yeah, I like Three Brothers.
Ronnie?
I love Three Brothers. I love New York style pizza. It's my favorite. They have, you know, decent portions. They have other things like salads and breakfasts, and their other dishes are pretty good too. The only one I think I've been to the one that was near the Glendale Golf Course, I think. But I used to go to the one in Greenbelt Plaza a decent amount.
Bellway Plaza. So
Bellway Plaza, dog.
What did I say? Greenbelt Plaza? All right.
right.
Yeah, I'm not really from PG County, but that place is great, man. I love it. Good pick.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking about it later on my list as well. Mine was the Greenbelt joint. You know what I'm saying? But I'll talk a little bit more later because it's on my list as well. So Ryan, why don't we move on to you for number 4?
So for number 4, I'm going with Checkers. I don't really fuck with French fries, but I'm always getting French fries whenever I'm going to Checkers. I mean, their milkshakes are amazing, and I like Checkers just because of all the crazy memories I've had there. Like I remember when Adam Frey used to work there, and you would go up there and order a sandwich, and he would give you like 5 chicken sandwiches and 3 fries. You just walk away with a bag full of it. I remember Martin hit somebody's car there, and the guy came out and was like, "Give me $10." And he took $10 from Martin. I mean, Johnny and I drove through the fast food place wearing Halloween masks, and the people were flipping out in there. One dude showed us a naked picture of his girlfriend when I was there. So I mean, Checkers is more about the experience than the food, and I love every experience I've ever had at Checkers.
Some nostalgia there. Ronnie, Checkers?
I love Checkers. It's not fast casual. It's fast food. So you get a negative on this pick. But just speaking on Checkers, I actually really like the food. I think they're the best French fries. The two that I've been to are the one across the street from Beltway Plaza. That one was shady as shit. And then
They're all shady.
There's one on at the end of H Street, H and 14.
Yeah.
In Northeast DC, and that place was a shit show. So we would like walk home that way from the bars, and I remember one time Jumpy was riding his bike and he slammed on the brakes, and he went over his handlebars and smashed his face on the pavement. And he didn't get up for like a minute. I was about to call the ambulance, but he got up and he was just profusely bleeding blood. And I told him, I was like, all right, man, I'll get you all like healed up when we get home, but I'm gonna stop at Checkers first. And he's like, all right. So he goes inside too, and just pouring out blood in Checkers. And this lady's like, that dude's fucked up. Here's some napkins. And threw some napkins on him. It was great. And the food was great too. And I ate his French fries.
Ronnie, didn't you order like $35 worth of food from Checkers one time and ate it all in one sitting after?
Absolutely. I got like 2 ice creams, all them Big Bufords, baby. I love them Big Bufords. They had chicken sandwiches on sale. I love that place.
Dude, the food is terrible. I mean, nostalgia, I guess there are some good stories. It's including the one in Berwyn Heights across from Bellway Plaza. There was a time when you could order extra lettuce and you could get a dime bag. So, like, I mean, of course, the stories are great. They're always in shady areas. You know what I mean? And the only really good thing about that place, I thought, was the milkshakes. Their milkshakes were bomb. They had banana milkshakes. You could also be like, yo, let me hook it up with like the banana chocolate, and they would do it for you. But otherwise, their food was terrible. This is not a good pick. But I'll move on and see what Nat thinks, because I think she was might have agreed with me a little bit. What do you think, Nat?
Yeah, I've eaten there once, and it was literally 10 years ago when I started my job, because my coach took me there, and on New York Avenue, it was disgusting. It was overpriced.
Whoa.
I know that one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just it seems overpriced, and the food's not good at all.
Yeah.
I would literally never go there again.
What?
All right, so we're on to who are we on to with? Is this Ronnie now?
Ronnie.
Number 4.
All right, my number 4, probably another place you guys have never been to. It's Roti.
Ah,
Roti is fucking awesome. It's Mediterranean food. You go in there, you can get like a salad, but it doesn't taste like a salad. You know, it's like you can get like lamb kebab, you get falafel, you get couscous, you get different vegetables, pickled vegetables, roasted vegetables. Yeah, it's really got that assembly line thing going, and it's $10, and they give you like a little pita at the end, and it's good for you. It's a ton of food. You can get it for 2 lunches, and that's one of my go-tos when I'm in the office, which I'll never be thanks to coronavirus. And yeah, I just really love roti.
Yeah, I never heard of this place. That plate looks like someone threw up on it. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with it, but I'm going to pass and assume that you have some kind of sense. But Matt, any thoughts on roti?
I love roti. That was on my list, and I moved
Thanks,
it
Nat.
last minute. I always go the one by Nat Stadium or Navy Yard, or literally anytime I see one in DC, I stop for lunch because I think they're only in DC around here. I don't know of any in Maryland, but it's so good.
Thanks, Nat.
Yeah, that picture looks fucking disgusting. Looks like you drank 440s and then went and got some Thanksgiving leftovers and threw them on a plate. I mean,
Just
that
because it has
shit
vegetables,
looks.
guys.
Dude, that shit is disgusting. My wife's already just trying to get me to eat this Mediterranean bullshit. Fuck that crap. Too much vegetables. Terrible pick. More like roti.
All right, so I'll move on to my number 4, and it's going to be just a quick one. I will share the picture, but since it's already been talked about, I won't bring up much more. But Chipotle is my number 4. There's 2,600 locations. It started in Colorado with 16. I remember in 1993, and I remember shortly thereafter, it might have been like in the around 2000s when they put the one in College Park. That thing, I mean, this is almost somewhat nostalgia, I guess, because of how the lines were out the door. Jeremy Brown eating 2 burritos back to back, then putting putting a coat hanger around his head. I mean, there's good stories around it. I feel like it is always pretty solid though. I really hate going to it like in a predominantly white area because they can't roll the burrito. You know what I'm saying? Like the chicks in College Park and even in Greenbelt, dude, they were on point. They know what they were doing, and they could get that thing stuffed and rolled on point. So Chipotle is not my number 4. We won't even talk much about it since we already kind of did. So Nat, what do you got for your number 3?
So my number 3 is Kava, and it's kind of very similar to roti. It's Greek Mediterranean. You can have a pita, a bowl, or a salad, and has like good falafel, veggies, so many different types of hummus and like dips or spreads they can put over top, and it's just it's just healthy and good and refreshing. It's basically like Kava or roti.
Ryan, thoughts on Kava?
Fuck Kava again. My wife is always like, let's go to Kava. They have 2 for 1. I'm like, no. Kava is just Chipotle, but disgusting. I hate it.
Ronnie, I'm guessing you like Kava.
Listen, the only reason Kava's not on my list is because it's redundant with roti. Like I like roti's couscous. Yeah, now I would have put it on my list too. I love Kava. They have 2 different versions. They have the fast casual version that Nat's talking about, and they also have a sit down, which also has a really good brunch for $40. Endless mimosas. There's one and only. Y'all better show up one day. Yeah, no, they have really good food. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know if like the Kavas. I mean, how much Kavas? I just haven't seen a lot of them around, or rotis, to be quite frank with you. Like I've heard of them. I've heard a lot of people talking about them. I feel like they're in pretty bougie areas, so I'm surprised that I haven't seen one in Severna Park. But I feel like they're just catching on to Mexican food here, so I'm not sure if it's just like we're behind the times. But I haven't eaten there, so I'm not going to talk about it, even though I do hear good things. Thank goodness you didn't show me a picture like Ronnie's, or else I probably would have disagreed. Ryan, what's your number 3?
So my number 3 is Cluck You Chicken. Specifically, the College Park one where Lee Majors, aka Fake Tupac, was working and yelling at people because the 911 wings were too hot. I mean, I go to this place every time I'm in College Park. Boneless wings are my favorite food, and these have my favorite boneless wings. All their sauces are bomb. The cheese fries are delicious. I mean, one of the best days of my life is when I was at Maryland Homecoming, and I went to this place afterwards, and I ordered my food, and then I was just waiting in line to pick up my food, like drunk as shit for like 45 minutes. So I was like, no matter what the next order is, I'm grabbing it and getting out of here. So I called the next order. I went up there and grabbed like 2 giant things of bags of food, walked back to the Beamer's house, and then passed out on the ground with the food all scattered around me. Love this place.
Ronnie, thoughts on Cluck You?
Absolutely fantastic pick. Cluck You is unbelievable. Like you haven't been there. Like I tell people, like my wife has never been there. Like that place is an institution. Like Brian said, the sauces are great. You can get really hot wings. Not a lot of places, like Wings to Go or Buffalo Wild Wings, which suck, really will tip the scales on the spiciness. Cluck You, they don't fuck around, man. Like you want spicy, they'll make you sign a waiver and they'll give it to you. My favorite thing was the cheese fries. The cheese fries were great. I don't know how the hell they made them, but I used to go there all the time, and I like their bone-in wings. Yeah, that place was great. I miss it.
I've been there pretty recently, actually. It doesn't really hold up as well, and it's definitely not the same old, the old joint was off the chain. Definitely agree here. It almost made my list but I have another chicken place that is about to be talked about, so I didn't put it on because of that. But yes, Ronnie's right. The sides were always on point. The cheese fries were right. They also had honeybees, which, you know what I'm saying, just those were delicious as well. Yeah, I thought that the options were good, and I did like the ability to get kind of like the range of sauces. The problem I found later on was like how I always forgot which sauce level I wanted, and then sometimes I'd get the wrong one, and then it's like it ruins your whole day. Definitely way better than like stupid Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that. Nat?
I agree. I think it's a great pick, but I think it's also like nostalgic. Just I remember after Cornerstone, you go wait in line there. I remember a couple times there being like blood on the floor in there. One in Seabrook next to my family's barbershop, and oddly enough, for like every holiday, we order their fried shrimp, and they're good. Surprisingly, really, really good. Fried shrimp from Cluck You.
I remember eating that shrimp at the engagement party for you and Chip. That thing was great. That shit was great.
yeah, they're good.
There you go. Ronnie, what do you got at number 3, sir?
All right, number 3, I got. Give me a second. Pull it up here. Sorry, didn't know it was my turn so fast. All right. There it is.
Ooh.
There it
Goose, man.
There it is.
Does anybody have anything we can throw at him?
It's Sizzler.
Oh my God.
How that happened? Sizzler.
Who's that lady at the bottom left?
Oh.
Tamara Scroggins.
Yeah, Sizzler. I remember going to Sizzler when I was little. The food is terrible, but they had everything there. So you get a steak, you can eat tacos, you get salad, all you can eat dessert is all you can eat everything, man. It was just the beginning of the end of restaurants, and I loved it. I would eat the craziest shit in the world, and no one could stop me. Sizzler was great. I don't know if you guys ever went there when you were little, but it was fantastic. I love that place.
Terrible pick. There's obviously way better buffets out there, like Old Country, or like what was it, Old Country Buffet. Bob's Big Boys had a good breakfast brunch. This is a terrible pick, and no wonder if you look at Tamara Scroggins is the chef, and the Sizzler got and then she got the CEO left after 11 years apparently. So obviously she knew the brand was headed downhill quick. Terrible pick. Sizzler stinks. Nat, have you ever been to a Sizzler?
I don't think I've ever been to one, but I mean, it doesn't look very good.
There's
I've
one,
never been,
there's one in there was one in LaVale got shut down. That's how bad they were.
and I wouldn't do buffets anymore.
They still got a Long John Silver in LaVale. Ryan?
If Carrie Cramp isn't down with Sizzler, neither am I. I'm walking out of that place too. I mean, why do other buffets exist besides China Buffet? I mean, you only need China Buffet. I kick Ronnie's ass in that shit all the time. No
Not true.
need for any other buffets.
All right. Well, I'll move on to my number 3. Ronnie's gonna protest this one because he's gonna say it's just fast food, but I don't care. It's my jam. And yes, it's better than Chick-fil-A.
Fast food.
KFC isn't even close to this. Popeyes is the jam and will always be the jam. I don't know why they're advertising this chicken sandwich like it's new. Yo, I ate this shit 15 years ago, son, and they brought it back. It was delicious 15 years ago, and it's way better than freaking Chick-fil-A. I like Chick-fil-A, but like Popeyes, man, they got the spicy chicken. They got that's and their sides are legit. They got like the red beans and rice. They got like the mashed potatoes are legit. And also their apple pies are just like they got the little coating of like the cinnamon sugar on the outside. Shit is bomb. Popeyes is the by far. Now I will say there's been a place where I tried recently. It's called Zaxby's. That place is very good as well. If you ever see one, try it. They're not really close around here, but there's one in Winchester, Virginia, and I had it and it's delicious. But Popeye's my shit. Made number 3 for me. Definitely beats Chick-fil-A, and it stands the test of time. I've had it recently, and I got the one at Beltway Plaza. So, Nat, thoughts?
I mean, I like Popeyes better than KFC, but I don't really eat there that often. Maybe like once a year or every other year. But it's good. I like it.
It was my go-to when I used to go bring stuff to parties too.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is a good bucket.
I like the pick. The only reason you're remembering that old sandwich from 15 years ago is the Nelson Mandela effect. We're going to be talking about that in a future podcast coming up. But I like Popeyes. I think their fries are amazing. I like all the sauces that they have. Their chicken sandwich definitely kicks the shit out of Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. I remember I got stuck on the Metro for 3 hours, and my wife went out and got me a chicken sandwich from Popeyes. She knew I'd be pissed off. Best sandwich I've ever had. So, good pick.
Ronnie?
Yeah, Danny, get negative points here. It's fast food. It's not fast cash. But Popeyes is my fucking favorite. There is no better fried chicken. I don't care what anyone else says. Like, I mean, from a chain restaurant, just from the perspective of how crunchy it is. For me, fried chicken is supposed to be crunchy. You got Chick-fil-A, that shit ain't crunchy, man. It's like wet. You go to Popeyes, and I agree with you. Their chicken sandwich just blows Chick-fil-A's out of the water. There's a reason people are getting stabbed for it.
That's right.
Because it's delicious. I've always loved their tenders. Connor can attest to that. I would just destroy chicken tenders left and right from Popeyes. Their fries are great. Mashed potatoes, their sides are great. Like, everyone's hating on their biscuits. I love their biscuits.
Biscuits are good. Yeah, they're good too.
Yeah,
and they give you jelly. And they give you jelly like they should too.
Yeah, they give you jelly, and I don't know if you ever had their apple pies. They're fucking delicious.
We just talked about that, baby.
Yeah.
All their it's a jam. I mean, I know it wouldn't have made Ronnie's list, but anyway, we'll move on but if you haven't tried their chicken sandwich, it is the bomb. And if you say that Chick-fil-A is better, you're racist. Nat, number 2.
My number 2, well, it was Rhodey, so I'm glad I got rid of it since Ronnie had it. But I chose to do a local restaurant, local to College Park. Yaya's. It's a Greek restaurant right off Route 1. It's like the best gyro I've had in the US. Super close to the ones I had in Greece. And I don't know, it's just they have like the shredded pork and the fries inside, great baklava. I mean, Ines, probably has different opinions on that, but I thought it was pretty legit. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but definitely go.
Ryan, thoughts on Yaya? It's Yaya's Kitchen or something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think I've never had it or heard anything about it. I'm just gonna pass. I don't know anything about it.
Ronnie?
I've never been there, but I do love Greek food. I think Greek and Mediterranean food really lend themselves very well to fast casual because a lot of it's braised and you sort of take your time and you just have it a whole bunch of it made for people to come in and grab. And I love gyros. I love Greek food, so I like this pick.
Yeah, I would say one of the like perks of the job that I had is like being able to travel around the different parts of Maryland, and even in different parts of Maryland, it's weird, right? Because like everywhere has like little pockets. When I was in Silver Spring, they had a place called the Greek Big Greek Cafe or whatever, and it kind of got me on the Greek tint. You know what I mean? It hit for a little bit and tip for a little bit. And I've heard of Yaya's. I've never been there. But I can appreciate a Greek place like that showing up on the list because I've had very good experiences, $5 hero day and passing out basically afterwards. They're cutting the meat right off whatever that thing is called. And then you're at a place that's legit when they're doing that. So I appreciate that making the list, even though I've never been there. I have heard of it. So we'll move on, I guess, to Ryan.
So my number 2 is Taco Bell.
Ugh.
I mean, I feel like it's hard to find a good, authentic Mexican restaurant like Taco Bell. I mean, this place is amazing. Probably has the most options out of any fast food restaurant, but they all taste exactly the same, which by I mean delicious. I mean, I love when my wife is drunk enough to actually eat Taco Bell. We go there and order everything off the menu, and it's still like $8.50. I love Taco Bell so much. I challenged my co-host Ronnie to a Taco Bell eating contest, and he got scared and turned it down. I definitely love Taco Bell, and it tastes even better at 3 a.m, baby.
Ronnie, any responses? This seems like a direct shot to you, sir.
I didn't turn it down. Ryan just did not agree to my stipulations. So really, he turned it down. This is not fast casual food, so you get negative points. Terrible pick, but I love Taco Bell. It's funny. Like I could order anything on there, and I would enjoy it. I don't mind eating it sober. It's fantastic when you're drunk. People are just like, I don't know what the meat is and all that stuff, and then they go to like Burger King or some shit. Like Burger King sells nuggets for like 89 cents. Do you know what the fuck that is? No one knows. Taco Bell, just really good taste. It's different too. Like all the other fast food restaurants are like burgers, sandwiches, fries. This place has got, quasi Mexican food. So I love it. Love Taco Bell.
Yeah, it definitely has its place. I'm not going to talk much about it. You know what I mean? I already had Chipotle on my list. I like to do that kind of food, but I usually, if I'm going to go to Taco Bell, I usually call in to go order from Mi Pueblo and get some tacos. So, Nat, any thoughts?
I mean, it's fast food, not fast casual, but I love Taco Bell. But I always get a number 1 supreme. The beef, I don't care what grade of meat it is. With the cherry Coke and the cinnamon twists, I love Taco Bell.
Cherry Coke, clutch comment on that. Love it. All right, already up to number 2 for Dubs.
All right, my number 2, I think I gave it away earlier, but Five Guys Burgers and Fries. It's the best fast burger I've ever had. I think it might actually be the best burger I've ever had. I love how they have all fresh ingredients. They cook it extremely well every time. It's consistent no matter what restaurant you go to. You order a small fry and it's good for 10 people. I'm not a fan of the vinegar, but you don't have to put it on there. And the burger is just delicious. And there's nothing nothing really beats a cheeseburger at the end of the day, and I feel like they've got the best one, even out of all the fast casual and fast food places. So I love Five Guys burgers and fries.
Yeah, this one was almost on my list. I've been eating less red meat lately, so maybe that's why I kind of kept it off. But Five Guys was, I mean, it started as a single location right here in Alexandria, Virginia, baby. It's a local company. It's now 1,500 locations worldwide, I think. Like you said, like Nat mentioned, a cherry Coke. If you have add a cherry Coke to their burgers and fries, and also they got now. I don't know if you've been in lately, but they got that machine where you can choose like 1,000 different flavors. That's fantastic as well. But yeah, I mean, it takes a little bit longer. You know what I mean? But it is fresh. It's good. Their burgers are absolutely ridiculously big. Their bacon is crispy, which is a huge as well. The fries are always well fried, well fried as well. They have the vinegar, which I like, and the vinegar goes well. Or you could just have ketchup. I agree with this one. It almost made my list. Definitely deserved to get mentioned. It's a little bit sloppy, but I love it. That
I agree. I think it's a great pick. It almost made my list. I just don't really ever eat it. So, but it's super, super good. I ate it a lot when I was in Crofton because there's one on Route 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ryan?
this is a good pick. I don't really even care about burgers or hot dogs or anything, but you know what I like is toppings, and you can put as many toppings as you want on this. So I love going there and putting fucking everything I can on my burger. I do get down with uh, vinegar and fries, which I thought are delicious. They also give you a shit ton of fries when you get there. I remember
And
Johnny
peanuts.
Lappin. Johnny Lappin would be like, I was so pissed at how much fries they gave me. I was like, why are you pissed, man? But yeah, no, good pick.
Yeah, I do think it's cool they got the peanuts too, real quick to munch on.
Do they still do the peanuts?
I don't know. I mean, last time I was in there, but I mean, I don't know about since COVID. But yeah, and you could take some peanuts for the road too. I'm a peanut guy. So, all right, that was a good one, Ronnie. Finally showing up to the show, the number 2 pick. So I'm gonna go ahead and move. Actually, and I'm gonna bring up another local company that has made a successful run, which is Mission Barbecue. Mission Barbecue started on September 11th, 2011, 10 years after they obviously have the military, after 9/11, and they obviously have the military theme going. I think they do it well. They do honor to it as well. They hire vets. They do fundraisers for vets. They have, I think, over 90 locations now. But it's really good. I mean, it's a little bit overpriced. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think it's a little bit pricey, but you can get in there and get anything you want. There's all kinds of different meat. You know what I mean? You can get from sausage, pulled chicken. You can get pork. You can get ribs. Their sides are good. They do seasonal sides. And once again, right, we've talked a lot about sauces. Man, they got like a sauce for everybody. They got the BBQ, for us true Maryland people, the Sweet Memphis and Bell, I think, and there's some other good classic kinds of barbecue sauce, depending on however you want your meat. I just think it's a solid. When you go in there, I feel welcomed. You know what I mean? And like I do think, like I said, as much as I wasn't I didn't serve in the military, but much respect for how they do it. We have some family members that do, and they honor those people, I think, well, the way they do it. So that's my number 2 is Mission Barbecue as a fast casual. Any thoughts, Nat?
I like Mission Barbecue. Not only I think do they like honor the vets, but they're great with first responders. Like they always come by to Chip's department with food, and he always brings like extras home. So we have it quite a bit. I like it a lot. I don't know. It's good. It is a little pricey, but it's good.
Yeah. Ryan, thoughts?
Fucking hate Mission Barbecue. This place sucks. I go in there and order one pulled, chicken or pork sandwich, and they're like, all right, $11 just for the sandwich. Like, you can't like throw me some fucking fries or something with this shit. Fucking hate that place. It stinks. I don't care what they're doing on the side. That place sucks.
Yeah, I love barbecue. Mission isn't the best barbecue I've had, but it's good. I do agree with Danny. Like my favorite sauce is always going to be like Carolina mustard-based sauce. They have that there, and I like their sides. I think they have like what's that thing, like the corn dressing or corn pudding or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
That shit is bomb, man. Like you can't really beat that. And yeah, and barbecue is it's really hard to. It's hard to say no to barbecue. I just had some like 5 hours ago, so I love barbecue.
Yeah, got the good stuff. All right, Nat. So we're all the way up, and we're all the way up to your number one. I'm sure this is going to be fantastic. As your number one on our show, what do you got for us?
You guys are gonna absolutely hate it. My number one, which I eat several times a week, is Nally Fresh. Have you guys heard of it?
Nelly Fresh.
Nally, Nalley. It's in like Baltimore. It's in Columbia, Owings Mills. Okay, but it's like you can either have like a salad or have a bowl of wrap, and it's all fresh ingredients. Has the best mac and cheese, like legit good quality protein. Like if I get chicken, there's not going to be a piece of fat on it, and you have like salmon, like shredded pork, which I never would get any other place. They have like this amazing like Asian salad with like wasabi peas and mandarins. It's the bomb. Nally Fresh. I eat it several times a week.
I mean, Nelly definitely is fresh as shit. I mean, Country Grammar is my jam. I'll always
Definitely.
support Nelly. He's throwing down rhymes all the time. Love myself some Nelly.
Ronnie.
Yeah, I have no clue what this place is, but it is a fast casual place.
It is.
It sounds good. So you know what, Nat? I think it's a great pick. It sounds like it tastes delicious. Next time I'm in Owings Mills, I'm going to try it.
Right.
You've inspired me. It's not fast food. You didn't cop out. So great job, Nat. Picking a fast casual place like we're supposed to.
It sounds like a bougier version of Panera, which is bougie in itself. I mean, Panera is all right. I mean, it kind of just sounds like a knockoff version of that. I don't know if you can get the pick 2 at Nelly Fresh. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it sounds a little questionable to me. Unless for some reason there's a picture of Nelly the rapper as like that's their spokesperson, I'll be there tomorrow.
It's
So
Nally.
Oh, see, well, even worse.
It's like. Have you heard of sweet greens and chopped?
I mean, I get it. I understand. I get salads and stuff.
Chop's good.
It's a show. It's a show on Food Network. Ryan, we're gonna move on. It sounds like nobody but Nat's heard of that one.
Upsetting.
Even no matter how good it is.
Well, I think everyone's gonna, have heard of my number one, and it's finally my only fast casual place I actually put on the list. And of course, I'm talking about West Virginia University's Up All Night. I mean, for those of you not fortunate enough to experience Up All Night, West Virginia provides free food to their students Thursday through Saturday from like 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. If you get there before midnight, they give you tacos. If you get there after midnight, you get breakfast food. Or if you're like me and Martin, you get tacos on the way to the bar and breakfast on the way back. I mean, let me tell you a story about how good Up All Night is. One night, Joe Hunter and I were walking the streets of Morgantown on our way to Up All Night. We were stopped by 2 attractive young co-eds who showed interest in me and Joe, informed us it was one of their birthdays, and invited us inside. I excitedly looked at Joe, who says, "Man, I really want those tacos." So Joe and I left, and we stuffed our face with nacho cheese covered tacos. So, I mean, no temptation you throw can stop you when you're on a mission to get up all night, baby.
Ronnie, thoughts on Up All Night?
I want to pretend like I've never experienced Up All Night, but I have. It's absolutely true. Everything Ryan says. I was. I don't know if it's the same year he was talking about, but I'd wandered off by myself, and I ended up in the student union where Up All Night was happening. I was completely out of my mind, and someone was just like, "Oh, right this way to the pancakes, sir." I might have eaten 15 pancakes. People were staring at me, just stuffing my face with pancakes. They're pretty good too, and I thank them for keeping me safe from the drunken hazards. And I went back out and probably passed out somewhere. So it's great. It's a good place.
Lost the flip flop. Yeah, I mean, I guess could be any cafeteria on the campus of schools. I mean, we had one at Frostburg. I think I went Up All Night like once or twice. I'm not really going to comment since not my school, and I don't know if I really experienced it the way I should have. Nat, any thoughts on Up All Night?
I can't comment. I think I've never been.
You weren't invited, probably. Ryan didn't invite you.
Yeah, I went once. Yeah, that's that.
All right, Ronnie, we're up to number 1 after a couple.
All right, if you guys hated my previous ones, but you didn't know what they were, you're really gonna hate this one. It's the Greek Deli in Washington, D.C., between 19th and L&M Streets Northwest, right around the block. And the gentleman you see here is Costas. That's my dog. This place has won the James Beard Award. It routinely wins awards for, best fast casual place in D.C., best Greek food in D.C., in the D.C. area. He's got a little bit of the soup Nazi thing going on. He yells at people if you take too long. You need to know what you want because you got to get the line moving. It's had the best Greek food I've had. Like he has moussaka, he has spanakopita, he has lamb shank, he has you name it, and heroes and Abigail Lemino, which is my favorite soup, and I know I already had a Mediterranean place on here, but it doesn't touch Greek Deli, and the portion size is huge. Like it would last me like 2 or 3 lunches. So love me some Greek Deli, and go ahead and start hating.
Who's holding on to lunches for 3 days? You eating that shit?
It's called refrigerator.
I hate leftovers. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, he seems like a cool dude. I'd probably like to have a cocktail with him, but I guess. Nat's thoughts on the Greek Deli?
I've never been, but I want to try it now, Ronnie.
Yeah, you guys are missing out.
Costas is a huge Malacca. I mean, but even my wife is Greek and she says this place is legit. So I agree with Ronnie that this probably is a good pick. So good pick, Ronnie.
Let's move on to my number 1, which is the number 1, by the way. This is the answer to the question. The best fast casual place.
Golden Corral.
Yes, it's already been mentioned, but I don't care. Yes, it's Three Brothers. And yes, I will concede it. The Kenworth was good, but the Greenbelt one, the Beltway Plaza one is my home. That was when you could just walk up and kind of get like a piece of pizza like right in the mall. They throw it in the oven. You can eat it quick. That's my jam. We know them. They're from the neighborhood, but also, okay, we used to get these people to cater all of our like family Christmas parties, which were always a big deal. It's not just their pizza, their pasta, their meatballs are always good. Their subs are good. Their Italian hoagie was always really good. Some of their other, I feel like some of the other locations weren't as solid, but the Kenilworth and Greenbelt and the Greenbelt ones were, always on point. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when you're talking like fast casual, like pizza's got to be mentioned. And even though I can't, I'm like, my pizza like messing my stomach up. I'll always eat Three Brothers. Lido's almost made the list too, but like Lido's got bastardized and it's not the same everywhere. The restaurant was good, but I feel like they did a better job with Three Brothers, like franchising it. But yeah, the originals were legit. No one's ever gonna like you cannot talk me off of it. I probably will never have a better slice of pizza. Like I've had pizza like in New York, it's good, but like Three Brothers is the shit. You know what I mean? Much respect to the family that brought us all that food for so many years. So, Three Brothers is my number one and the correct answer to this one. So, anyone have any thoughts? We already talked about it a little bit.
I agree.
Nat, Ryan, Ronnie.
Agreed. I love that place.
Great.
I'm pretty sure Johnny and Kevin Scarcelli went on a date, Three Brothers one time, which I forgot to mention.
It's true.
Well, you know the one at the mall, Belly Plaza has the bar too, and people love to get the steamed shrimp and like
Yeah.
the seafood back there, just chill and drink. So
I'll also
it's
give a
never
shout
like
out. I'll also give a shout out to Three Brothers. When the government got furloughed years ago, they're giving out free fucking food there to government workers. So I went and got a sub there for free. Went and saw a free movie, one full day. Thanks, Three
There you
Brothers.
go.
Three Brothers gave me one of my first jobs. Hired all like my dad and my uncles when they came to the U.S. So they're good people.
Good people.
That's right, Three Brothers all the way, baby. All right, Ronnie. So we always end Nat with Ronnie's ethical question of the day, and you can be wrong, so be careful how you answer. Ronnie?
All right, guys, I got a good one for you today. Say your significant other or someone you're really close to decides to write their will, and in their will, they state that the person that gets all their stuff is the person that eats the most of their dead body. Do you eat the most of their dead body?
I mean, I was ready to hop on this question before you even said it. 100% yes. I'm getting ready to. This is Ronnie's will, by the way, that he's alluding to. And I'm already getting ready to eat as much of Ronnie as I can. I'm definitely going to take down at least 7% of them, which I think is going to be well more than anybody else. So, yeah, definitely I'm going to eat the shit out of you, dog. Can't wait to see you. I better be one of those 20 people.
Nat?
I would have to make sure you're of sound body and mind when you wrote that will.
But you get everything, Nat. You get everything.
You get all of his Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah. My pogs.
Yeah.
My answer is, you've given me so much in life, Ronnie, like as my friend living, that like I don't expect anything from you in death, and I'm not going to eat you either. I'm sorry.
I'm taking it, Ronnie. Taking it.
Ryan, this is going to be an easy W for you. You're the only person willing to eat.
He can take it. He can take my piece. You provide me with a lot here on Earth, and I'm sure a lot of fun memories as we pass. But eating you is probably not going to be on that list. I'm sorry, man.
I appreciate that, Danny.
He has a mystery box in the background. If you're not curious what's in that mystery box, it could be anything. I'm definitely eating them for that mystery box.
Well, there's a lot of boxes with question marks on them because I'm really bad at labeling stuff when I move. So I just put question marks on them so that you figure it out. It's like a little surprise. I mean, Danny, I appreciate the good words, but you're absolutely incorrect. Nat, you're also incorrect. The correct choice is to eat that person. You owe it to them. You owe it to yourself to obtain their possessions. Don't let Ryan get a free pass. Eat me. You can put a little salt and pepper on there, get a nice sear on the grill if you need to. I'm probably delicious. All I'm eating these days is barbecue and ice cream. So
I'm gonna throw some pluck you sauce on there. I'll be good to go.
There you go, cheese fries.
All right, well, everybody, we're gonna get in line to huff some bath salts before Ronnie's funeral. Apparently, eat some human. Nat, appreciate you. Thank you for coming and dealing with us. It was a great time. Appreciate your list, even though I didn't know like 3 of them. I trust your food. You're foodie though, so I trust you.
Well, I tried to think of actual fast casual.
I know Ryan ruined this.
Sure, she did. Nat, to your credit, you picked all fast casual places, you and me, and that's it. So
it's not like that everyone else would think.
You got to be more specific with your list.
All right. Well, I will next time, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for hopefully week 11 will be another good one. And have a good week, everybody. Talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.